guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be bringing you a very quick video and it is my October TBR, basically just the books I plan to read in October. So the themes I was sort of going for, I know there's been a lot of on BookTube and BookTok, a lot of people reading like fall themed, fall cutesy kind of books, but I didn't want that. But I don't want horror either. I don't like horror. So I've gone with books that make me think of Halloween or are fairy tale retellings, because I associate fairy tales with kind of being dark because they were originally. So I thought they're the books that I was going to pick for this month. Now I have 8 books on my TBR. A lot of them are very, very small, itty bitty books. So the chances of me flying through them are up there. So this might actually be the month where I read the most books ever, purely because they are small. So I'm just going to show you the ones I have picked, just in case I don't actually get through them all. And if I do, I'm just going to pick up whatever book I feel like reading, and I'll just add it to my October wrap up. I plan on doing my September wrap up next week, because I just need to get my thoughts in order and review which books I actually read. I don't know about you guys, but I forget what I read like at the start of the month. But if I were to be reading a series, I would remember the series. Does that make sense? A lot of the books I did read were standalone, so my brain hasn't necessarily remembered the story. But anyway, there will be a September wrap up coming up soon. Now, I've never done one of those before, so I can't guarantee it's going to be brilliant. I will really try and put my opinions across, my feelings, my thoughts. I don't know whether I'll be any good at that. I struggle with words, saying them, reading them great, saying them not so great. But I thought I'd let you know, because sometimes it's nice to know people's opinions on books, but just don't come for me if I don't like a book that you quite like or anything. Okay? Anyway, book number 1. I'm going to read it on my Kindle. I took advantage of Stuff Your Kindle Day and I downloaded about 50 books, I think. I don't remember. A lot of them, though, were the first in a series, so it took me a while to try and find one that fit a theme that I'm going with this month that was also a standalone. All the books I have are standalones. I don't want to read another series yet because I have plenty to get through at the moment to try and catch up on and finish and XYZ. So I went for standalones. So book number 1 is Dannii-Ellie, Enchant. That's the one I'm going for. This is a Snow White retelling. You can see my ring light there, woo. It's very dark here, it's very horrible weather, so I've got to have the ring light on, which is annoying when you have glasses. So yeah, I'm going to read that one. I think it's got pretty good reviews. I didn't read too much into them because sometimes I feel like that can give a lot away. But yeah, I thought I'd give that one a go. So that's book number 1. Book number 2 was one of my birthday gifts, and that is Thornhedge. I've mentioned in previous videos that I was planning to read this for October because I kind of get a Halloween feel from it. No, it's not Snow White, Sleeping Beauty retelling, I believe. But the cover just kind of gave me gothic-y vibes. I don't know why. Maybe it's the black and the purple, but I feel very Halloween-y with this. This is one of the books, though, that is very, very small, so I will sit and read this in one sitting. How many pages does it have? Not even 130 pages, so I would easily fly through that. Interested to find out a little bit more about this one. I probably wouldn't have picked it up myself had I seen it. Maybe I would have done, I'm not too sure. It does look interesting. I am someone that kind of judges a book by a cover, I'm sorry guys, but I do try and pick up more just to read a little bit of the back before I judge it by its cover. But if you've got a nice cover, I'm going to pick you up first. So that's book number 2. Book number 3 was also gifted to me for my birthday, and that is The Other Lives of Miss Emily White by A.J. Elwood. Again, not a book I probably would have picked up myself. Actually, no, I would have done, just based on the cover, because the cover looks amazing. I believe it's like a Victorian Gothic story, so that screams Halloween to me, especially Victorian. It does very like dark and gloomy, doesn't it? It feels very dark and gloomy. So when I saw this and I read a little bit of the back, I was like, that's a Halloween read for me. That's an October read. So I'm looking forward to reading it, basically. See what it's all about. Definitely, as I said, it's not my usual genre to pick up, but it's definitely fantasy in there. So I'm intrigued. Now, upon request of my fiance, I'm going to read a Neil Gaiman book. I struggle with male authors. I get confused when I'm reading their books. I don't know why. But The Graveyard Book, he requested I read this. This screams Halloween as well. I mean, it's about a boy that lives in a graveyard. How much Halloween can you get? So, honestly, Neil Gaiman's stories are always really, really good to me. They really sound good. They sound really good to me. All the right words in the wrong order there. But I do struggle. But I thought it's a small book. Let's give it a go. 200 and not even 300 pages. Oh, no, it might be 300. Yeah, just over 300 pages. But this does have quite a lot of drawings in there as well. So that might be interesting and fun. I don't really read books that have pictures in. So I'm going to read this one, see how it goes. It'll be my first Neil Gaiman book that I've ever read. So I'll give it a go. That's really bad on my part. I've just said I struggle with male authors and I instantly judged, didn't I there? So we'll see how it goes. I'll give it a go. That's book number 4. Book number 5, Mistress of All Evil. This one screams Halloween again to me. I mean, it's Maleficent. She's a villain, very dark, very gloomy. Fairy tale kind of retelling, I guess, in a way, or a fairy tale spin. I just felt like it was Halloween appropriate, this book. I don't know any other time of the year that I would read this that would fit with the vibe. So Halloween it is. I'm going to read that one. Kind of in the same category as that one, I'm going to read The Beast Within. This one's even smaller than that one. Don't know if you can see, about not half the size, but 3/4. Same kind of feel. I don't know when I will ever read this if it's not at Halloween, so I thought I'll add it in. Let's see what it's about. I'm not entirely sure. This is a story of vanity and arrogance, of love and hatred, of beastliness, and of course beauty. There we go. A young handsome prince lives a life of extravagance before he is forced to pay the ultimate price for his ugly deeds. That just, I don't know, that really does scream Halloween to me. I'm just reading the back of this one now. It's a story of love and betrayal, magic and fantasy. It's a tale of the mistress of all evil. There we go. They are books 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Now the next ones have to be a Halloween read. You can't read these at any other time of the year. Long Live the Pumpkin Queen. I've mentioned this in previous videos that I was saving this for October, and it is now October, so I can finally read this one. I think these next two are going to be my later in October reads, much closer to actual Halloween, because it's Halloween town. I needed to read this one this month because, again, you can't read this at any other time of the year. The next one, I probably could read this at 2 times of the year, but I'm going to read it for Halloween. It is the novelisation of Nightmare Before Christmas. So I actually picked this up yesterday. I didn't even know about it. I was just in my Sainsbury's and I saw it and I was like, no, I won't buy it. And then I went to Asda and they had a 2 for £7 offer. I bought it. I actually bought 2 copies of this. I bought a book for my sister because she loves Nightmare Before Christmas, and I didn't know if she'd seen it, so I sent her a picture. I was like, have you seen this? She went, no, where is it? And I was like, I've picked 2 up. I've got you one. We're all good. So naturally, I've got to read it this month because it is Halloween, but then I could read it again at Christmas if I really enjoy it. So I might do that. Who knows? It is by Megan Shepherd. As I say, it's just the novelisation of the actual film, and it actually mentions Long Live the Pumpkin Queen on the back. I think that might be the UK cover or the paperback cover, because this is what I bought in the States, and I actually really like this cover because I like that Sally's on the front there. So that's it, guys. I guess that was my very quick what I'm going to read in October. Let me just pile them all up, except my Kindle. So these are the books I plan to read. Very, very small books to what I normally read, so I really do think I'm going to fly through these. Hoping this one doesn't live to the expectation I kind of have. I hope I actually really enjoy it and I fly through it. But yeah, that's it. And then I guess if I do end up reading these and I read any more, I will put them in my October wrap up. I'm trying to get better at doing some vlog videos as well as I'm reading. Sorry, I need to take my slippers off. My foot was really hurting. But I failed yesterday because I was also trying to make some sleeves, some iPad sleeves, and it was going wrong. So I needed to just stop. But let me know if that's something you're interested in, because I will endeavour to try and record something like that, or at least record when I'm reading books, my thoughts as I go along. Who knows? My plan for the rest of today is to finish off Fourth Wing. I picked up Fourth Wing. I couldn't wait any longer, and oh my gosh, I have less than 100 pages left, so I need to finish it today. But I'm scared. I'm really scared about how I'm going to feel at the end of it. But I'll save all that for my September wrap up, which hopefully should be this week. Okay then, hope you enjoyed this video. If you've read any of those books I've mentioned today, do let me know. Let me know if you like them, if you enjoyed them, what you rate them. And if there's any other books that you feel are kind of Halloween vibe but aren't horror, but fall into the sort of the categories I've shown you today, because I'm interested to know. Okay, so until the next video, I'll see you then. Bye!